What is happening in the world of entertainment and beyond? We've got breaking news that has fans buzzing, and you're going to want to hear this. From potential casting shakeups in massive cinematic universes to a critical look at a beloved character's latest outing, and even a real-life hero moment that sounds like it's straight out of a comic book, this is your essential update. The news cycle never sleeps, and neither do we. Get ready for a high-octane rundown of what you need to know right now. Don't miss a single second. This is Sheeran Scoop, and we're diving deep into the stories that matter. Let's go. First up, a major actor with a massive fan following is rumored to be stepping into one of the most iconic roles in history. Could this be the next Batman? We've got the inside scoop on the conversations happening behind the scenes that could redefine the DC universe as we know it. You won't want to miss this potential game changer. Then, we're turning the page to a critical analysis of a brand new comic series that's already generating serious debate among fans. Is this new take on a legendary hero missing the mark? We break down the review that's got everyone talking about the future of Gotham's protector. But wait, there's more. Prepare for a story that proves truth is often stranger than fiction, as a real-life incident involving a caped crusader, yes, in pajamas, brings a whole new meaning to citizen heroism. Finally, we're wrapping up with a look at the broader landscape of cinematic universes and some surprising personal updates from the world of celebrities. Stay locked in, because the scoops are hot and coming at you fast. Hit that like, subscribe, and ring the notification bell so you never miss an update. Reacher star eyes the cape. Could Alan Ritchson be the next Batman? There's a seismic shift potentially brewing in the DC universe, and all eyes are on Alan Ritchson, the powerhouse star of the hit series, Reacher. Ritchson has been vocal about his ambition to don the cowl of Batman, and it appears his aspirations might be aligning with the plans of DC Studios co-CEO James Gunn, who is actively seeking the next actor to portray the caped crusader. In a recent interview with Variety, Ritchson directly addressed the swirling rumors about his potential casting, confirming that discussions have indeed taken place with Gunn himself. Well, it's not rumor that James Gunn is a fan. He said it himself, Ritchson stated, adding, "And am I a fan of James Gunn? Absolutely. I don't want to mislead people. Words have been exchanged about Batman." This revelation comes hot on the heels of Gunn expressing his strong admiration for Ritchson on the Happy Sad Confused podcast, where he labeled himself a big fan of the actor. While Gunn remained tight-lipped about specific casting intentions, Ritchson offered a more candid perspective on his meeting with DC executives. He expressed a strong belief that while Batman might not be in his immediate future, there is a distinct possibility of him joining the DC universe in another capacity. "But I strongly don't think that Batman is in my future," Ritchson admitted. "I do think there is something in my future with DC, and I would like that to remain true." This isn't Ritchson's first foray into the world of DC superheroes. He previously portrayed Arthur Curry, also known as Aquaman, in 4 episodes of Smallville and later starred as Hank Hall, or Hawk, for 3 seasons on the DC series Titans. It's important to note that any potential casting of Ritchson as Batman would not affect Robert Pattinson's portrayal of Bruce Wayne in Matt Reeves' The Batman franchise. Pattinson's Batman exists within the DC Elseworlds banner, a separate continuity from Gunn's main DC universe. Gunn's vision for Batman will unfold in The Brave and the Bold, a film slated to feature a father-son dynamic between Bruce Wayne and Damian Wayne, with Andy Muschietti, director of The Flash, set to helm the project. The industry is abuzz with speculation, with fans divided on whether Ritchson is the ideal fit for the iconic role. Social media platforms are alight with discussions, with many praising Ritchson's imposing physique and acting chops, while others question if he embodies the brooding intensity often associated with the character. Analysts suggest that Ritchson's confirmed interest and meetings could signal a strategic move by DC to leverage his established fanbase and physical presence for a new iteration of The Dark Knight. Could this be the casting that reignites the DC universe? We'll soon find out if Ritchson is indeed the next voice of Gotham's protector. But first, let's dive into a critical review of a new Batman comic that's raising some serious eyebrows. A Dark Knight's Misstep, Batman 1 underwhelms critics. The Legacy of Batman, a character with countless interpretations, is facing a new challenge with the release of Batman 1. While creators have historically found unique ways to explore the Dark Knight's persona, from Adam West's campy portrayal to Frank Miller's gritty vision, a recent review suggests that writer Matt Fraction may have missed the mark. The new series opens with a bold premise. Police Commissioner Vandal Savage declares war on vigilantes, while Jim Gordon returns to his roots as a beat cop. Adding to the unfolding narrative, Killer Croc is depicted as having regressed into a childlike state, posing a potential threat as he roams Gotham City. This latter development is the primary concern for Batman in this issue, as he is determined to apprehend Croc before any harm can befall others. However, the review highlights a potential philosophical conflict, noting that Croc's own doctor believes he is more of a danger to himself than to others in his current condition, raising questions about Batman's approach. The review delves into a long-standing debate about whether Batman himself harbors a degree of madness, given his penchant for dressing as a bat and investing heavily in crime-fighting technology. It suggests that Fraction's take might be leaning into this aspect, portraying a Batman who engages in imaginary conversations with the deceased Alfred Pennyworth. While acknowledging that this psychological exploration isn't entirely new, the critique argues that Fraction's rendition lacks the fundamental compassion that defines the hero. Citing Mark Waid's depiction in Kingdom Come, where Batman is characterized as someone who doesn't want to see anybody die, the review posits that this new iteration prioritizes the dark over the night. It paints a picture of a Batman detached from empathy, incapable of offering comfort to a frightened child, and dismissive of expert advice regarding compassionate handling of villains like Killer Croc. The review concludes that this portrayal, in its essence, deviates from the core of what makes Batman Batman. The artwork by Jorge Jimenez is singled out as the sole redeeming quality of the issue, with praise for his solid depiction of action and familiarity with the characters. However, the reviewer contends that even the visual artistry cannot salvage what they perceive as a fundamentally flawed narrative. The review assigns Batman 1 a grade of 4/10, with the comic slated for release in comic shops on September 6, 2025. The critical reception has sparked considerable discussion among comic enthusiasts, with opinions divided. Some fans appreciate a more cynical and solitary Batman, while others lament the perceived loss of the character's inherent humanity. Industry observers are watching closely to see if this critical reception impacts future sales and creative directions for the series. This critical take on a familiar hero certainly raises questions about creative direction. But before we ponder the future of Gotham's comics, let's shift gears to a real-life story that proves heroism can strike anywhere, even at 2 a.m. in Batman pajamas. Pajama Patriot, Florida man stops burglary in Batman sleepwear. In a turn of events that sounds ripped from the pages of a comic book, a Florida man became an unlikely local hero when he apprehended a thief while clad in his Batman pajamas. The incident occurred in Cape Coral, Florida, around 2 a.m. on a Wednesday, when officers from the Cape Coral Police Department were responding to a reported burglary. Upon arrival, they discovered that the suspect was already in custody, thanks to the intervention of a vigilant resident. According to a social media post by the police department, the neighbor, identified as Kyle Mivett, was alerted by his home security cameras to someone attempting to break into his vehicle. Mivett, still in his distinctive Batman sleepwear, immediately went outside to investigate. He not only found the suspect, later identified as 20-year-old Justin Skimple, rummaging through his truck, but also spotted him engaged in similar activity at a neighbor's garage. Without hesitation, Mivett confronted and detained Skimple until law enforcement officers arrived on the scene. Before being taken into custody, the alleged burglar managed to steal a significant haul. His takings included cash, a wristwatch, over $500 in gift cards, and 2 pairs of Ray-Ban sunglasses, each valued at $300. The swift and brave actions of Mivett have garnered significant attention, with many praising his courage and quick thinking. The story quickly went viral, sparking a wave of admiration for the pajama-clad protector. Community forums and social media platforms buzzed with reactions, with many sharing humorous anecdotes about their own encounters with neighborhood watch efforts, while others lauded Meiwit's commitment to his community's safety. Law enforcement officials commended Meiwit's bravery, but also reminded the public about the potential dangers of confronting suspects directly, advising residents to prioritize their safety and rely on police response whenever possible. Nonetheless, the incident serves as a powerful reminder that heroes can emerge from the most unexpected situations, and that sometimes, all it takes is a vigilant neighbor and a pair of iconic pajamas to make a difference. This real-life caper shows that sometimes, the most ordinary people can do extraordinary things. But now, let's broaden our scope to the wider world of entertainment, touching on casting rumors, critical reviews, and even some heartfelt celebrity updates. Hollywood headlines, Reacher star, critical reviews, and celebrity moments. The entertainment landscape is always dynamic, and recent updates offer a fascinating mix of potential casting news, critical commentary, and personal celebrity moments. Leading the buzz is the persistent rumor surrounding Alan Ritchson, the charismatic star of the acclaimed series, Reacher. Speculation is rife that Ritchson might be the next actor to embody the iconic Batman in the upcoming DC universe, a development that has ignited passionate discussions among fans. Ritchson himself has fueled these conversations, confirming meetings with DC's James Gunn and expressing his interest, though he also noted that Batman might not be his immediate role within the DCU, hinting at other potential collaborations. This potential casting is particularly noteworthy as it exists separately from Robert Pattinson's Elseworlds Batman narrative, suggesting a new, distinct direction for the character within the shared DC universe. In parallel, the critical reception of a new Batman comic series has generated significant debate. A recent review panned the debut issue, arguing that the creative team has misunderstood the essence of The Dark Knight, focusing too heavily on the dark aspects while neglecting the night. The critique highlights concerns about the character's portrayal, particularly in his interactions with villains and his internal monologues, suggesting a departure from the core values that have defined Batman for decades. The review, while acknowledging the quality of the artwork, ultimately found the narrative lacking, sparking a conversation about the future of the character in comic form. Beyond the world of superheroes, the entertainment sphere is also abuzz with other notable updates. Actor Tiger Shroff's upcoming film, Boghai 4, has released a trailer showcasing intense action sequences, with Shroff's character described as exceptionally formidable. Meanwhile, Bollywood stars Janhvi Kapoor and Siddharth Malhotra are reportedly paying homage to Shah Rukh Khan in their upcoming project, adding a layer of nostalgic tribute to the industry. The personal lives of celebrities are also making headlines. Singer Guru Randhawa has shared a cryptic message amidst discussions about his recent music, leaving fans to speculate on its meaning. In a somber note, the film industry mourns the passing of Alu Kanakaratnam, grandmother of popular actor Allu Arjun, prompting a halt in production for Ram Charan's film, Petty, as he spends time with his grieving family. Saba Azad has also spoken out about the significant amount of unpaid domestic work undertaken by Indian women, drawing comparisons to compensation models in Scandinavian countries. Adding to the diverse array of content, streaming platforms are highlighting regional superhero movies that rival Hollywood productions, offering a broader spectrum of cinematic experiences. Finally, actress Kate Cassidy shared a heartfelt message on Liam Payne's birthday, expressing her emotions and the difficulties of their current situation. These varied stories underscore the vibrant and multifaceted nature of the entertainment industry, from major franchise developments to intimate personal reflections. These diverse stories highlight the ever-changing pulse of the entertainment world. Now, let's bring it all together with a quick recap of the day's biggest stories and a call to action. All right, Scoopers, that's a wrap on today's Whirlwind Update. We've got Reacher star Alan Ritchson potentially donning the Batman cowl, a critical review suggesting a new Batman comic might be missing the mark, a real-life hero stopping a thief in his Batman pajamas, and a whole host of other Hollywood buzz. Don't forget to smash that like button if you enjoyed this episode, subscribe to Sheeran Scoop for all your daily updates, and ring that notification bell so you never miss a beat. Let us know in the comments which story you're most excited about, and make sure to follow us on all social media platforms for behind-the-scenes content and more. We'll see you next time.